They got a lot of talent on that team, but even coach admittedly has said they've never really played together. You've got back-to-back Horizon League Players of the Year in Destiny Leo and Colby Maples last year. You've got the newcomer of the year last year in Mickey Purdue. But they've never really, outside of a handful of games last year where Mickey and Colby Colby and Destiny were on the floor, they haven't played a lot of games together in regular season action.
Yeah, no, they haven't. I mean, in Destiny, she was off to the best start of her career before she got hurt last year. Obviously started, with Colby Maples in that backcourt. That first game they were together, they both went off for I don't remember exactly. They each had 30 points against Bowling Green that opener or something like that. So they were, it only ended up being 5 full games plus a partial game, I think it was. But the time that they had together, they're both great players. They looked awfully good together. Then obviously Mickey stepped in after Destiny got hurt and developed phenomenal chemistry with Colby. So
who on that team is going to replace the Carmen Villalobos? I mean, you're losing the defensive player of the year, and we're talking about scoring all these points, but eventually you're going to have to stop somebody.
Yeah, and that's I think Chris Kilsmeyer, again on his radio show last night said we're not stopping anybody right now. I asked him. Cleveland State got a top 25 vote in the coaches poll. I'm like, hey, Kilsmeyer's a voter in the coaches poll. I'm like, did you vote for yourself? He's like, nah, we can't even defend right now. So you're not the only one worried about the defense a little bit. They do have, I'm not worried about the interior at all. Obviously Jordana Reisman's back. Paulina Hernandez had a great freshman year. She's back, and they have a transfer from Seattle named Maya Moore. And she had a great couple years at Seattle, and coaching staff's high on her, so they have a lot in the post, which is nice. They have a lot of talent on the wings. A couple freshmen, another transfer, Macy Fegan from Toledo, is a wing type player who, there's a lot of talent there. I don't necessarily know how it's all going to come together just yet, or whether anybody's going to. Carmen Villalobos. The thing was hilarious with her is if you were up close at the game, she would literally just start yelling at you, screaming nonsense in your ear and cause them to turn the ball over. It was the most hilarious thing ever. So you have to kind of be willing to put yourself out there a little bit, have people like me hear what you're doing to pull that off.
She hit the ground several times, very, very hard. And after the games, I mentioned her. I don't know how you got up. She played the game hard, and she was really good. She was a really tough player and kind of that defensive glue. That's why she was a defensive player of the year in the Horizon League. And yeah, I mean, she'll be missed, but they will have players. Hopefully, you mentioned Jordana in the middle. I think she's going to have a big year, and she needs to have one.